Water. A majority of our blue planet is covered in it, and likewise, our bodies are made mostly of water. No matter where we live, our story is deeply connected to water. This is the story of water in one of the driest places on Earth, Niger, Africa. Niger is situated between the Great Sahara Desert to the north and Nigeria to the south. The two main sources of water in Niger are what little rainfall they receive and the Niger River. The banks of this river are a lush garden paradise for wildlife. Hundreds of species are thriving here, including the hippopotamus. The people who live along this river struggle. The water is already teeming with harmful microorganisms, but due to a lack of understanding, the locals bathe, wash clothes, and defecate in the river, making the water less fit for drinking. The river cuts through a very small portion of southwestern Niger, making the rest of the country a semi-arid, desert-like region known as the Sahel. In spite of a general lack of water, wildlife in the desert abounds. Yet the people who call this desert home are far from thriving. Many countries are in need of water, but no other country is so adversely affected like Niger. The United Nations ranks countries on a scale of flourishing called the Human Development Index. Countries at the top of the list have high levels of health, education, and income. Inversely, these essentials for human flourishing are limited within countries at the bottom of the list. Of the 189 countries on the Human Development Index, Niger is 189. Many factors are taken into account when the United Nations produces their annual Human Development Index report, but health, education, and income carry the most weight. According to UNICEF, waterborne illness, poor hygiene, and poor sanitation are some of the leading causes of death among children under 5. Sanitation facilities are almost non-existent, with over 70% of the population accustomed to open defecation. Only 56% of the population has access to a source of drinking water. Health is a major factor in climbing the Human Development Index, but so is education. Unfortunately, if a child has made it past the age of 5 and is well enough to attend school, more than 70% of schools in Niger do not have access to drinking water or access to sanitation facilities. Health and education directly impact a person's livelihood, and yes, Niger is dead last in regard to income, with a gross per capita of $912. The problems facing the people of Niger are bleak and will not be remedied overnight. But access to clean, safe drinking water is the first domino that needs to fall. Niger needs water. And Wells for Wellness is meeting the need.
I'd be the least likely that anyone would ever pick to start an organization, but I have the most amazing family and friends, and I could not do this without my dear friends of 40 years, Ron and Jerry Childs.
Hello, I'm Ron and this is Jerry, and we live in Niger. We started a church in Maradi, and it's extended now over the last 26 years to 55 churches. We found that the churches benefited so much by having water that it really made a difference in the church growth.
I started putting wells in Cambodia.
I saw Pat went to Cambodia to put in wells. So I wrote and said, "What? You went to Cambodia to put in wells? We don't have any water in Niger. Why aren't you coming to Niger to put in water?"
And they said, "You need to come to Niger and put wells in for us." And I said, "Okay."
Before Wells for Wellness was formed, Pat assembled a team to assess the situation in Niger. Upon arrival, the local children invited the team to join in their daily search for water. Pat was forever changed by knowing these children have no other option than to collect putrid water for their families.
My husband's Bob. He and I said, we have to do something. And so we went back and formed our nonprofit organization. My dear friends helped me. The board, when they started with me, I don't think they had an idea how difficult this was going to be. But they kept standing behind me, encouraging me. To this day, they are still encouraging me to keep going. And to be a part of that is, I almost feel like I'm on a little ledge watching this happen. At first, we were working with Operation Blessing, and they said that they could put wells in for us, and all I had to do was raise the money and their partners would multiply the finances. But then the world has changed in the last 10 years, and things became more dangerous. So we prayed, and we felt like the Lord had said that we needed to get our own equipment. And I'm like, oh, right, oh, how are we gonna do that? But it happened. Someone in Texas donated the rig, and then someone else donated the truck. And then we got it here and we thought, oh, all our troubles will be over. But things were just the beginning of troubles.
And
And there's one more.
Yeah, two of them.
Yes.
They're the same now.
Yes.
Oh, that's
One
great.
breaks, and then there's two little pieces. Pieces of pieces. The drilling team. They had no idea how to drill. They hadn't hardly seen a wheelbarrow. They're very intelligent, they just haven't had the experience. They're drilling for their cousins, their family, their uncles, their aunts. They're so happy to be able to provide. And when they first started, they didn't understand that the equipment will work for them. They tried to force the equipment. And in drilling, it's hard to explain to you, but it's a speed and feed and speed. You gently let the drill get through the layers, granite, sand, rock, mud.
Yeah, it will make the rock to become powder. But if it's like this, it will break it in pieces.
We'd get a well one year, and then maybe another one the next year. Then we got 3. And then one year, Kareem, our leader, he'd call me, or he'd text me and say, got another one, got another one, got another one. And we did 5 so fast. The people at home were just like jumping through the computer. Is this the same one you're talking about, the other one? Or is this another one? The names are so difficult, we can't put it in our brain. But didn't we do Kakaku?
Kikago? Huh?
No, Kikago.
Kikaga. Yes.
Yes.
Kikaga is the first one.
Right.
Yeah. And then Kurubu.
Kubu.
That's where we stop.
Right.
So then when we go back, we will do Sandaku.
Right.
Yeah.
So this Chichaga,
Uh,
you said is finished.
yes, Kikaga is finished.
And it's the same one as Kikaga? See, he has
Yeah.
it spelled K-I-C-A-A-G.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay.
And
Okay.
then we have the Chichaga.
Yeah. Chichaga and Kikaga is the same.
That's what I
So-
thought. That's what I said. They just changed the names
Yes.
on me. But 5 went in so fast. And then all of a sudden, there's 30. How did that happen?
You know, I wrote that TC.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm the one who wrote it.
Oh, okay.
Because I wrote it in the way I'm hearing
Hearing
it.
it. Right.
Yes.
Okay.
But the real
Okay.
writing is Kikaga, is with K.
Right. Well, when
So-
he told me Kikaga, I said, I bet they just made up another name for that
Yeah.
one. Those goats are alive.
Yes.
Yes. I'm getting a ride. Praise the Lord. The first 5 years were very, very difficult. I remember the first time I went out and talked and told about the breakthrough and how it's working and we have wells and everything's working. It was so exciting. The trials come to see if you'll persevere, but all of us, we weren't going to quit. None of us in America, none of us here in Niger had ever planned to quit. Taking on this project at 60 years old, it's been a challenge and it's been fun. Our family, we used to love presents and gifts and all that stuff. And now they don't want those presents any longer. It was so heartbreaking for me at first, but they're like, no, Mom, we want to see water in the desert. We want to see these people feed their children because we all love our families. And just that they haven't had the opportunities that we have, and we'd rather give up those opportunities of stuff. We just want to see water. Whenever I'm had a day where I want to pull my hair out because I have no idea what I'm going to do, someone will call me. Someone will knock at my door. Someone will give me an office. Somebody will give me a truck. A dream or a vision comes all at once, but direction comes step by step. And each one of you have been that next step. It's just absolutely amazing what has happened in these last 10 years.
Beaucoup de gens qui viennent ici prendre de l'eau.
So many people come here to take water.
Wanga rija hamun zana mata suna muna ce mata alherin Allah.
Even we've given a name to the well called the grace of God. The water has brought great blessings to us. It has brought increase and development to us here. It's a lot of blessing. So I go there, the women are saying they are very grateful. They are very grateful. They are very grateful. We are very
So we say thank you a lot. Thank you, thank you.
So
I thank God and I thank you also. God bless you.
Amen.
This little man in the village, he comes running to me and tells me, I'm so excited, I'm so thankful. And I said, no, it's my pleasure. I'm so happy we could do this for you. And then he goes on, just like we do in America. No, I'm happier than you are. And then I'd say, no, I'm happier than you are. But I couldn't be happier than him. He wouldn't let me. They're so happy to have the water, and I am too.
Yeah, my name is Karim Alzuma. My role here is to drill wells for villagers. There are some people, they keep calling us to say thank you, and they are very happy about the well because water is very important in this kind of area. I want to just appreciate the people that are donating for wells, and I want to tell them that the thing that they are doing is a great thing. Particularly providing water for villages like this kind of area is a very good, important thing. And I want to call all the people that God is touching them to provide this kind of thing. I want to tell them that this is a great blessing. Let's do the work of God together.
It's just been such an amazing experience to be here and to go through these 10 years. And only God could do what has happened with all of you helping. And from the bottom of my heart, I thank you, and they do too. But I know when I walk through the villages, I remember you. I remember every penny. Every penny turns into a drop of water. And I'm just so grateful.